The Clover Kingdom is about to lose. Now, I know you're looking at me thinking I've gone insane and thinking I'm not spitting anymore, but you guys gotta hear me out. Now, obviously, the way Black Clover's looking right now, it seems like it's in its final stages for its final arc. But I'm here to tell you guys that that's not the case. The case is that Lucius is going to win and that the Clover Kingdom is going to need to get their get back once they lose. Now, saying that a villain will win in an arc is kind of crazy, but it actually makes sense in Tabata's writing style, and it makes sense if we're going by this being the final arc. Yuno on his own is doing a great job holding off Lucius, well, a Lucius clone with Neverland, but that will not last forever. I think the first time in this series, we're going to see Yuno run out of power and mana, because that is very rare. Yuno is somebody who is beloved by mana. We never saw him run out of mana or run out of stamina, but if that's the case, then this is something that we're going to need to fear. Even more scary, these are just clones of Lucius. Yuno has not faced off against the real one. The real Lucius is up in the sky in his own little palace, so we don't even know how strong the real Lucius is. Not only that, once Neverland ends, the Clover Kingdom is going to need to start panicking, because Neverland was the reason why they were able to fight these angels and some of these paladins. Neverland is basically like Twilight of Valhalla, even though I really do think Real should have been teaming up with Yuno, but still, the moment it ends, it is wraps. We do know that Tabata likes starting off his arcs where the bad guys seem to win. We do know he likes to do that. For example, the Elf arc. It started off by getting rid of the Pillar of Power, Julius Nova Chrono, and with the Spade arc, it started off with William and Yami getting kidnapped and starting off the bigger arc, which is the Spade invasion. There are multiple fights in this story that need other characters who aren't even on the battlefield. For example, Morgan versus Yami. I don't think he's defeating Morgan without Noct. This is just Lucius invading the Clover Kingdom. Who's to say he isn't invading the other kingdoms like the Diamond, the Heart, the Spade? Who's saying he's not doing it with his clones? And who's saying that he doesn't have more paladins? With the Black Bulls wanting to do a noble cause and bring back Asta to the Clover Kingdom so he can save the day once again, there is always a roadblock, which is more paladins, aka Paladin Damnatio. I do not think that Asta will arrive in time. I do not think that he can help the war even if he came. Knowing Lucius' whole end goal, he wants to kill everyone and bring them back equally, and he'll rule over them as the Wizard Emperor. But we still don't understand why. Tabata isn't one to give us their backstories or characters' backstories unless it is really needed for the plot and narrative. So right now, we're not going to get Lucius' backstory anytime soon. Now, we know Tabata really loves Bleach and Tite Kubo, and not saying that Tabata is going to copy Kubo, but this definitely giving me some first invasion type beat, and it's definitely giving me that this is not the end of Black Clover as of right now. There's going to be multiple layers to this arc, and there's going to be multiple things going to be going on during this final saga. Knowing how long the Spade saga was, knowing how long the Elf arc was contained in a whole saga, but how long the Elf invasion was, who's to say that this arc isn't any longer? Tabata isn't one to rush an ending or rush an ending to an arc. Tabata has been very smart when formatting his arcs. Tabata wouldn't randomly just drop Asta and say, here you guys go, this is Asta and this is the final arc. No, he's going to have us at least have time to process Asta is finally back, and not only that, Yami and Ichika do need a conversation with each other. Asta needs to have faith in his allies that they can at least hold out until he somehow gets to the Clover Kingdom with some backup. Even if Lucius reduces the Clover Kingdom to rubble, Asta's back. It doesn't really matter. As long as they're alive and still kicking and fighting, they can make a difference. That's what it means to be a Magic Knight, and not only that, both Asta and Yuno will need to learn the value of loss and taking it like that. They've both been able to do it in the Spade arc and in the Elf arc. Both of them need to be Wizard Kings and lead the charge against Lucius. Lucius is a villain for both Asta and Yuno. Lucius is what defies what it means to be a Wizard King. Lucius believes that his ways are just, but there's no way it could be right, because if we're being honest, he's just a dictator. Honestly, I can go over Lucius as a villain, but until the final saga ends, I will not be going over that. But right now, Lucius is both a dynamic for Asta and Yuno, because he's everything that they cannot be. Not for the whole sour note, everyone is dying. Jack is dead. Marileona is going to die because she's going to burn Morris along with herself to ashes. Nozel could possibly die at the end of this arc. So what are we gonna do when Asta arrives? He can't bring the dead back to life. but Lucius, he can. And we know Lucius' whole stick is basically killing people and bring them back in undying bodies, aka paladins. Not only that, using the powers of his siblings, he could do that. We could possibly see the other characters, our beloved characters, fighting the other characters who are still alive. Some type of zombie apocalypse. We all know Lucius can do that on a worldwide scale. Planetary at the most. We know he can do it, and he plans to do it as a wizard emperor. There's still the nagging questions of where's the drama? Like, why did he keep Asta alive in the Spade arc if it was going to hinder Lucius's plans? And what is he doing? Is he really aligned with Lucius, or is he just playing around and waiting for his chance to strike at Lucius? And how will the other kingdoms take into the fact that the Clover Kingdom, the strongest kingdom in the world, got defeated by Lucius, and Lucius is clearly planning to take over everything. Yes, everything in the world of Black Clover that has land. In my personal opinion, no matter how strong Asta has gotten, I don't think Tabata is just going to have Asta alone defeat Lucius. I feel like this is going to be a team effort with everyone, and this would have to take into the fact that no matter how strong Asta has gotten, Lucius is always one step ahead. When a reunion between these characters finally happens, when Asta arrives to the Clover Kingdom, all of them are going to need to work together and surpass their limits, and not only that, try and surpass the customs of the Clover Kingdom. There is still one nagging question, one thing that has all of us scratching our heads. Ever since the Spade arc, we have been teased with the Dark Triad coming back. We know in Zenon's flashback that Lucius promised the Dark Triad that he'd bring them back in undying bodies. And honestly, I want to see how this sibling dynamic works. We haven't seen the Zergratis whole flashback. We don't know about Veronica and Dante and why they're evil. Now, Lucius is at least a decent enough person to bring back his siblings in this just world that he wants. Because obviously, the plan that they were working so hard to achieve, we would actually see some of the cracks in this whole dynamic between these people and the siblings. Because obviously Zenon probably had his outlook on life change because of his fight with Yuno, but we don't know about Dante or Veronica. I'd honestly love to see Lucius as an older brother to the Dark Triad and how that dynamic really works, and I would love to see a flashback on why they act the way they act, and some more on the Zergratis family. And we can't get that unless the Clover Kingdom loses this battle, which currently it looks like they are going to lose. This arc not only has the potential to be one of the Black Clover's best arcs, but could be one of the best arcs in modern day shonen, but that is for a video for another day. Because obviously there are multiple Shonen Jump mangas out there, and there are multiple amazing arcs out there. And I think at the end of this arc, it's going to be a rebuilding time. How can they defeat Lucius on what they gained and what they lost, what they learned, and again, the people who died gaining that information. And when Asta arrives with the Ryuzen 7, I believe the final arc and the final saga for Black Clover truly begins with that. But obviously, many things could happen in this arc, and many turns and twists could happen because Tabata is a madman. And that should be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this video about me talking about this final saga, leave a like and comment down below your favorite part of this arc. I could be entirely wrong, which I'm okay with because I'm mostly wrong about stuff, because Tabata is someone who knows how to make people think that he's doing one thing, but he's really doing something else. Sure, watch my recent video is about the Black Clover movie and the review on it. I do believe that you guys should watch it to get my opinions on it, but that should be the end of this video, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.